All right, welcome back. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Talkative Sports Podcast. And it was yet another exciting week of fixtures. We'll say from the peanut gallery over there. Oh snap! Maybe that was the wrong question to ask. This is only one of us out of the three, got to celebrate victory. But you know what? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Starting off, the best match and best performance of the week. We'll go through, as always, give our suggestions. I'll start it off since we got two sourpusses over there. So for me, I gotta say, the best match and the best performance actually came from the same game, and I think my pick is going to surprise you, considering how well Manchester City did. But I think the match of the weekend was Brighton Newcastle. Um, I did not expect Newcastle to get demolished like they did. On the flip side, that was one hell of a win by Brighton and one hell of a performance by one young Evan Ferguson, who, of course, is my performance of the week. So yeah, that's where I'll leave it at that. I think, Zerbi, that man is the truth. That man is the truth. Very, very impressive. Honestly, I'll step out on a limb and say he's top 5 managers in the world at this point. Honestly, what he's doing with Brian, the development he's got Ferguson, bro.
First of all, you said the Zerbi is
I'll say top 10.
I'll
say top 10. Let me go back and edit and say top 10. Wow, that's crazy. No, I said all time. I said in the world right now.
Yeah,
I didn't say all time. I said in the world right now.
I mean, okay. Even like world. No, keep editing that. Push it back to like top 50.
No. That's crazy. All right, name me the 10 managers you put above.
What?
Name me the 10 managers you will put above
them. Right now. Pep, Mourinho, Conte, Klopp.
You would put Mourinho. Okay.
Who else we got?
You're putting Conte. Look at Conte's last 3 years, and you're telling me you're putting Conte above.
Can I name the remaining 4 managers that are better than him? All the managers that have won things in the world are all better than him.
You know what?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, I can understand you giving performance of the week to
shit. If we had a manager of the week segment, I'd give it to Zerbi.
Well, we can start right now. Manager of the week, Zerbi, for beating up on a Newcastle team that is extremely fraudulent when it comes to playing teams that are at or above their level. So give it to Evan Ferguson. But now it's like, just because Brighton beat Newcastle doesn't mean Eddie Howe is a better coach than Zerbi. Hasn't Eddie Howe won things? He's been here way longer than Zerbi. After a season and a half, you're acting like you. Look, this time last year, if it was Graham Potter that was beating up on Newcastle, you would have probably said, "Oh, Graham Potter is a top 10 coach in the world right now." Get out of here with that. Like, no, he just happens to be a good coach at this point. Like, top 10 coaches in the world. That's disrespect for all the coaches who've actually won things.
That is not disrespect.
But I will agree with you.
You see what
Ferguson is 19 years old.
You know what? You will see on September 27th what Brighton and Zerbi will do to you on September 27th.
What are his accomplishments? What are his accomplishments that make him better than 99% of the coaches in world football who have actually won things?
You know what? That is not the discussion of.
Is he better than Diego Simeone? Is he better than Xavi? Yes. Is he better than Ancelotti?
He's better than Xavi.
I could keep going.
Yes, he's better than Xavi.
Going. Xavi, the guy who took Barcelona from finishing whatever to winning the league. Then okay. Whatever. Whatever. Your agenda is agenda.
Better than Xavi. Listen, man. All right, listen. Your best match and performance. Since we're not discussing manager, your best match and performance. We'll discuss manager on the next episode. Don't worry, I'm coming for you.
I would say that Hyun Sung Min's son's performance for Spurs versus Burnley was really good. I don't think it was quite as good as Ferguson's, but it's up
Okay,
there.
I was about to say something.
And best performance of the weekend,
Wait,
maybe
you said wait. So
possibly
you said
Arsenal.
Spurs was best match?
No. I said Son is number two up in
Oh, okay,
best performance, but best
okay.
match probably Arsenal destroying Man U 3-1. That was a tight, very tight, exciting game, and they came out on top. And I have to give them props for that.
To be honest, I really don't think it was destruction. I think Ten Hag really fumbled the game at the end, but we'll get to that when we review the rest of the match week. Zach, your suggestions?
Yeah, I would say the best performance. I mean, I can't say anyone else but Evan Ferguson because
Hey, you have sense.
the kid the kid was phenomenal. To be quite honest, there's only what um, three other 19-year-olds that have scored a hat trick in the Premier League. I think Nicholas Anelka, Robbie Fowler. There's like only three or four other 19-year-olds that have scored hat.
Yeah, he's the third.
He's a third.
Yeah, I think it's the third youngest. Yeah,
So
I think it's Fowler. I'm not. I don't think Anelka is on the list, but
no, Anelka is on the list.
wait, is it Owen? Is it Owen
It
that's
could be.
there?
I'm not sure, but I know for a
Yeah,
fact.
I don't remember that. I saw the tweet, but I don't remember who the
No,
other two were.
for some reason I remember Anelka, Chelsea.
I mean,
But
yeah.
what I'm trying to say is, yeah, Evan Ferguson, like, bravo, what a player. He looks to be that next, really really talented striker for the future. Um, and then so best performance, and then best match. I gotta give it to Liverpool, quite honestly.
Oh,
They, I mean, yes, they did what they were supposed to do, but they surprised me that at like how they won that game. It wasn't like their other games this year. It wasn't like if from a Liverpool supporter, you're sitting on the edge of your seat and you feel like your seat is on the cliff every minute. Like that's how their games have been. Even when they won against Newcastle, they were dominated the entire game until the last 10 minutes. But this is like the first. I got to give it to Klopp. He's figured something out with the defensive midfielder. I told you the Japanese guy would help them out, and it seems like he has clearly because that last game, like Zoboslai scoring goals, McAllister making runs, forward runs, and um, the I'm sorry, I forget what his name is, but the new CDM
talking
that
about
they
the
got,
midfielder. Oh,
yeah, new CDM. Hey, he looks to be a
uh,
solid player. I must.
Gravenberch, I think that's his name.
No. That's a young player. He's still a up and coming player, but I'm talking about the verified guy who looks like a stud in midfield.
McAllister,
No,
Endo.
Endo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
Japanese dude
Wataru
you were
Endo.
talking about
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, Endo. But I
Mm.
must, I have to shout out Japanese players because not just Endo. Look at how Endo is able to change Liverpool's midfield, and this other guy for Napoli, who they got to no, not Napoli. The other team, Napoli's rival that they lost to this weekend. That
Lazio.
basically, yes, Lazio. They got Kamada to replace
Mm.
um, a very talented Serbian midfielder. I forget what his name is. But
Uh,
you know who I'm talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You know the long names, but
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
got Kamada to replace him, and boy, he scored the winner against Napoli. So these Japanese players, they're really catching my eye. Obviously, Matoma. Like how could I not mention?
I mean, we're talking about Japanese player. I have to mention Tite Kubo, bro. That man is
Oh,
killing it in
yeah.
La Liga right now, bro. What? What?
Wait, hold up. Is his name Tite Kubo?
I
I think
think
it's
so.
Takafusa Kubo.
Oh, is it Tate?
Short,
Take Fuso? Oh, I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
it's
I
short,
butchered his
short.
name to high hell. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I know exactly who you're talking
I
about.
butchered that
And
thing
then
to high hell. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because if his name was Tite Kubo, I was about to give the crown of being the GOAT. Because,
Facts,
Tite
facts.
Kubo wrote Bleach and everything.
I'm telling you,
oh
that's
yeah,
probably why I said that name. But hey,
Japanese players
hey,
really they can really they can really play at the highest levels. Yeah, I
I
will agree.
mean, even the women's team were doing a madness in the World Cup, and they won a World Cup a couple of World Cups ago, Women's World Cup. So
I
yeah,
think, I
they
think,
still
I
got
think,
that guy who's like pushing 50. He's still playing to this day, and I think he was their
I think
captain for the men's team.
I think I think the Japanese team is gonna make some noise in the next World Cup. I really do.
I hope so.
But before we
I
move
hope some
on,
Asian teams do too, like the South Korean teams and all of them. I hope they show up.
Yeah,
be-
the honorable mention to the South Korean players, right? The Human Sons team is it South?
Jisun Park, all of them.
Yeah, but
before we move
specifically
on to the next segment,
I mean, I
there's
don't know
two matches
what.
I need to
So I
talk
don't.
about. Two,
Sorry to throw random
specifically.
shots at Wolverhampton here, but I don't know
First
what
one
Wolverhampton is
we need to
doing. But
discuss.
what's that
You
guy's
guys
name?
mentioned it, Arsenal, Man United.
Uh, Lee Chan.
Lee
Now,
Kang. Oh,
He
well,
needs to start. Lee
ooh,
Chan, He Chan. Sorry, He Chan needs to start. Okay, I don't care who they have to take off, but every time He Chan comes on, it changes their attack. Their attack just looks way more dynamic. So I don't know what Wolverhampton is doing. I mean,
random shout out to Lee Kang In,
Lee
since we're
Chang from
appreciating Asian players.
as well. I mean, I've already had my eye on him since he played in my local last season, and he torched Barcelona for that entire game. So yeah, now he's doing the same thing in PSG. Good for him. But Wolverhampton, man, the more things change, the more they stay the same with that club. I don't understand. one one week they look like they should beat Man U 5-4-1, and then the next week they have no idea who to start. It makes no sense.
I mean, staying on Man U, I want to actually transition to the next question I have for you guys right before we move on to the next segment. There's two matches I kind of wanted to focus on, two teams in particular, but the first being Man U. What is going on? So we'll leave the Anthony situation aside. We won't discuss that. But Sancho, man, put out a
I,
statement, and on top of that, they
to
got
make this
destroyed
comment for the
by
record,
by.
I'll have to. The only thing more agonizing to watch as a fan than the Chelsea game as a Chelsea fan was a Man U game as a Man U fan. But go
Because no, I agree with you. I agree with you from this standpoint, and this is why I said earlier that Ten Hag fumbled the game at the end because it was a competitive game. It was tied. They were making attacks. It was really a 50-50 ball game, and then he subbed on Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans right after he made that substitution. The crowd started singing, "Oh, Harry Maguire," and after that, the two goals came with the quickness.
I have to defend Ten Hag. What's his name? His best center back got injured. Martinez. So
Sad,
what's he gonna do, man?
just
Like,
sad, sad.
when that happened,
Well, do you know what should they like
Put,
this?
put
I
McTominay,
can never
put
say. Look,
McTominay at center back. Put McTominay at center back.
I'm not gonna say this is Ten Hag's fault. I'm gonna blame the ownership for being completely useless. Because why didn't they accept that 30 million bid from West Ham?
oh yeah,
Why did they sign Johnny Evans to a 1 year contract during the summer?
I mean,
When why would they do that? So it's like it's Man U. Man U keep shooting themselves in the feet, and it's fun to watch.
sometimes you go. I can kind of understand why they did that because at this point, it doesn't matter how much you scout, how much you like, whatever you do, it's already too late to like get a proper replacement, and you've already spent so much money invested in Rasmus Højlund and all of that. So, like at this point, like yeah, you could sell Maguire, but then like
But they're not
they
exactly
don't have
cash
any
strapped though.
they don't have any
And it
clubs that they trust. They
but
don't
that's the thing. That's the thing. They should have signed his replacement earlier in the summer.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
why I blame the ownership. Like Ten Hag is clearly they already took the captain away from him. Why is he still there? They took away the captainship like 2-3 months ago. So why is he still there? Just accept the bid and get rid of him.
They don't. I honestly believe that
Mason Greenwood. You
they don't
already knew you weren't going to keep him the minute that all that happened. So why is he still on the books? Get rid of him.
because they don't think they have anybody that like
Well,
can perform.
they're actually hoping
Well,
they're
they're
actually
wrong.
hoping
They're
that he
completely
no, no,
wrong.
no. They're actually hoping that he rediscovers his career, so he's a viable option to bring back. That's why it's
Yeah,
a loan.
they really don't think that like that they have anybody that's a suitable option that can perform better than him. Really, they don't think that, or
Then
else
they
I
should have
mean,
just kept him in the squad for the season.
yeah, they're gonna
now,
keep
Like,
him.
why are you going to postpone the whole thing? Keep him in the squad.
Yeah,
well, hey man, the fans would not have allowed that, and we know that Manchester United is not a club
Well,
with
I
any
mean,
balls. So
Man, you need to make a choice. Are we going to keep him? Or are we going to upset the fans? Are we going to no? It's two decisions: sell him or keep him and play him.
they're
It's really that simple.
it's
Choose
just
one.
hey
Don't
man,
choose the lone roundabout route. So okay, maybe if he goes and scores a lot of goals, Man United fans will be like, "Oh, I forgive him." No, make a choice. Be
well,
decisive.
it's to Getafe's benefit for this season at least. But what I really want your opinion on is Sancho. Where does he go from here? I don't think after the statement there's any path at all for him to back into that Manchester
come
United
to
squad. I think at
Chelsea.
this point,
Who were
Hey, chill.
what you
I
guys
know
are
you're wearing
wingers
blue and
FC?
red. I know you're
Are you
wearing
guys wingers
green.
FC?
I know you're wearing Crystal Palace colors right now, but no, we need to send him to Crystal Palace. Crystal
Maybe
Palace needs to make a bid for him in January because
we'll revive his
he's not gonna make it. No, we're not. We're not reviving anybody's career.
okay.
We don't do that at
Rather than
Chelsea.
Crystal Palace, you don't think Unai Emery could do something with them at Aston Villa? Because
Well, one of
they've
those
been
clubs
when Diaz
can, but
out for a good
Chelsea
time.
cannot.
They bid enough for him, but I don't think they can afford him. I really think there's only like maybe two or three teams that can afford Jadon Sancho.
Well, he's obviously gonna have to take a pay cut, a deserved pay cut, because he's been useless.
He has
And
to take a Lukaku pay cut.
If the Zerbi can convince Brighton board, there you go. And
they don't need him in
Nah, they just
January.
got
They have
Ansu
Fati
Fati.
and Cole.
Yeah, they
They
just
don't
got
need
Ansu
Sancho
Fati.
to stink up the place.
on loan. I'm not talking about sign.
If anything, the only team that can really save Sancho right now and make him like a back to being a superstar is probably Man City. If he goes
Hell
back
no.
to over there with Pep. And
Hell
even
no.
even they don't want him.
There's
Like,
We
no
let him go
space.
for a reason.
There's no space.
The facts.
You
There's no space.
bro, that's
Send
the
him to
only way
Aston Villa.
where that's the
Aston
only
Villa,
club I
West
can see
Ham.
him regaining his Dortmund format. But apart from that, he needs to go to a Aston Villa, a West Ham, a Crystal Palace, or Bournemouth. If one of those teams, a lower mid table teams, has an injury,
And
he can slot right in for them because it
that's
seems
where
like his Manchester United career is over.
that's where
I don't even
careers.
understand what happened. Can anybody explain to me what actually happened?
Jadon
Just bad
Sancho is not
attitude.
going anywhere because look at what happened to Lingard when he went to
Bad
the
trainer.
Forest. That's where careers go to end. Look at Elanga. That's where
Yeah,
careers go to end.
yeah. Elanga
That's the
just
person
ended
that ended
Chelsea,
you.
though.
That's the person that ended you. In fact, that's a perfect transition. What is going on with your club? Losing to Forest.
That was
And you
hey,
had the audacity, you had the audacity on the last episode to ask the audience, "Is Chelsea back?" Have you no
You set
shame?
us up, Jack. You
said
set us
no.
all the way up.
I said no. I said no, not yet.
But you asked the
He
question.
shouldn't have asked though.
You put it
He should
in
have
the
asked. Come
content
on,
lineup.
he should have asked that question.
We look good,
You
so
put
I
it
asked.
in the content lineup.
But yeah, no. I mean, obviously, we all said no. So clearly, Chelsea is not back yet. So the
No, you're
others.
not. You're in the same. You're in the same place you were last season. 12. How do you feel?
The
What do you
same place I was in last season. That's
yeah,
exactly how I feel.
said at the beginning of the season that it would be
Now,
sorry
both of you.
an underachievement. So
Now, I
yeah,
have a follow up question. Last question. Both of you in your predictions have Chelsea finishing top 6. Is that still the case? We're still early on
Well,
in the season.
I think last two episodes I've downgraded the top 7 consistently. So that's all I'm asking for is just qualify for Europe
I still got.
and make a deep runs in Cubs.
We'll see.
Top 4.
I still got us finishing top 4, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, if we keep having these stinkers of performances, I can't even say that we should have won that game. All I can say about it is we shouldn't have lost because it seems like every game the defense makes a stupid mistake. Caicedo is now
Thank you.
0 for 2
All right, thank
performances, like stupid mistakes leads to a goal. It costs us. So it's like if we keep doing that, and then like if we keep creating chances, we had 31, either 31 or 21 shots, only 2 were on target. We have Sterling and blanking, like missing the ball completely. We have Jackson in front of goal where you should put it away. So it's like, dude, if you guys didn't finish, y'all are gonna have y'all are gonna finish 12th again
Sterling is
because
the
like
person
yeah.
that literally cannot blame at all
He's not a
because
finisher.
he made
Well,
chances.
now he's not a finisher all of a
But
sudden.
he's never been
That's
a
news to know.
finisher.
That's
Actually,
He's
news to
never
know.
been a finisher.
blame.
That's insane news.
He
So
hasn't.
all of a sudden, like Raheem Sterling isn't he's not expected to score or shoot shots on target. Okay.
Yeah, but like
That's
when
not what I'm
he's literally,
saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying
his
you shouldn't expect him to score goals. You should be expecting him to create, and that's what he's been doing.
he is his job
No,
is
I should expect him to score goals. He's a fucking winger.
and no as a winger you're expected to minimum create chances, and that's literally what he does every time he touches the ball. So I don't know what more you could ask.
Like I've been saying all season, yet another game
It
in
is
which Raheem Sterling had 0 shots on target, created no big chances, and Chelsea dropped points. I
he
keep
did
telling you guys, if he's not scoring or assisting, we're losing or drawing. That's just what it is.
he literally created the biggest chance. Jackson's miss. Who created that chance?
It was him, but at the end of the day, like I said, the point still stands. If Raheem
No,
Sterling isn't getting an assist or scoring, Chelsea are losing.
how does an assist happen? The guy has to put the ball in the net that he puts on the platter. How many platter balls has Sterling put to Jackson that he's missed wide open stuff? I'm not blaming.
One.
I'm not blaming Jackson, but I'm definitely not blaming Sterling.
Oh, I wasn't blaming him. I'm just pointing it out that if Raheem Sterling doesn't score an assist, we're dropping points.
No human can score every game, Shags. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like that statement is a
The
delusional
fact
statement.
remains.
No human can score every single game. So that just doesn't make sense. But regardless,
Fact
if
remains.
we're gonna win, it's gonna be as a team. All right. It's not just gonna be Sterling. No, Sterling's not gonna score or assist every game. Deal with it.
I never said he was going to. I'm just saying if he's not scoring or assisting, like the stats are right there for you. Like it's like he had another stinker of a game.
We will win games without Sterling
But
scoring.
anyways,
Chelsea had a
I'm not.
stinker
I
of a
don't
game.
even mean. I don't even mean to go in. Like I'm just stating facts, and you guys. The fact that you defended him so hard, this already tells me everything I need to know. He's not. We shall see. But anyways, it's like Chelsea.
What you think should be.
Chelsea have what? We're on to international break now, and hopefully by the time they get back, they would have learned something and learned how to shoot on target because it seems like
On a side
that's
note,
the
your
only thing
fantasy
that.
team needs some help over this international break. Yes, Shags, I'm talking to you. Your
What happens
fantasy
to my
team needs
fantasy team?
that. You should go look at the standings before you ask that question. All right. Moving on to the next segment here. Um, there was a lot of hat tricks this past week and a lot of goals scored, which brings us to prediction time. Your picks on the top scorers. So right now, Erling Haaland has 6 goals. Evan Ferguson has 4. Brian Mbeumo has 4. Taiwo Awoniyi has 3. Jared Bowen has 3. Odsen Edward has 3. Solly March has 3. Son has 3. And Julian Alvarez has 2. Michael Antonio also has 2. That's the top 10. What
It's
are your
gonna be
predictions?
Haaland.
How many goals? You think he's scoring as many as he scored last year?
No, because KDB is out for foreseeable future.
I mean, he's still matching the same pace.
He's still not gonna get that many goals.
Let's see.
I mean, you can't downgrade. You can't just not have De Bruyne in there and expecting to score more. What, you think he's gonna score more without De
No, I
Bruyne?
don't think he's going to score more. I think right now he could probably keep up the same pace because yes, you're right. De Bruyne is gone, but I feel like we've adapted well to that because he's still getting a lot of the same.
Y'all haven't played anybody.
Since we started this podcast, you've been always talking about, oh, we don't need De Bruyne all the time. But it's like, bro, it's been proven that when De Bruyne is not on the pitch, the quality of chances you create are significantly lower.
No.
Y'all did not score the same amount of goals. Haaland goes on blank, goes missing. Granted, De Bruyne also does go missing in big games, but like everywhere else when they play together, that's where the stat padding comes in. Haaland, okay, he scored a hat trick, but like by this time last season, didn't he already have like two or three hat tricks?
No, he literally has the same pace as last season. He started off with 1, he blinked, 2, and 3.
So you think he's gonna score the same amount of goals?
If he's continue at the same pace, I definitely think he'll be in reach. I think honestly, plus or minus 3 goals.
But do you think he will though? Like, do you
I
think
think
he
he'll match.
will or not?
I think he'll match. Yeah, I think he'll match.
Will score the same amount of goals? Okay.
Yeah, and in Premier League, yeah, definitely.
I think
Not
he'll score
not
less.
not in all comps. Not the same 50 something crazy number he put up in all comps. That's definitely not going to match that. But I definitely think he might match
We
the
shall
Premier
see.
League
Like,
goals.
I don't know. Like, I feel like all these other teams, they're too busy like laughing at
Nobody in
Chelsea
contention.
to realize that Man City is running their entire lives in the Premier League. All these Arsenal fans and Liverpool and Man U, like they're too busy. They're too busy like distracting themselves from by because Chelsea isn't doing well. They need to look at what Man City is doing.
Some of us and they'll be like, "Whoa, where did this come from?"
Yeah, it's like you guys, the rest of these teams in the league, there's allowing Man City to walk away with it for no reason. It's like nobody else wants to put up a fight.
I'm saying
It's sad to watch.
there's only one thing we have left to do. We just have to figure out if Caicedo is good enough to start consistently right now. And that's the process we're going through.
Bro, he has to be. He spent 115 million.
That
He has to be.
You keep bringing up the price. Like, can we stop justifying whether players should start or not based on how much they cost? Like, no. How good are they on the
I'm
pitch?
sorry, that's not.
Like based on his last 2 appearances, man, if we had Chukwuemeka, I would say start Chukwuemeka, but due to our injuries, that we have no choice than to start him right now.
Why did you spend the money? I can only speak on what you spent because what I know is,
and FIFA
you pay for value. You pay for value. So you pay that much for a value starter. So that's how I have to see it. If you're telling me he's not a value starter, then why did you pay that money?
We're talking about his true value. We overpaid by 60 million. We paid that much because we needed him to start. So stop bringing up the money. No, we don't care about money. You always talk about FFP this, we're spending money that. No one cares. If Caicedo isn't playing good enough, bench him for somebody else. That's it. That's just how it goes.
You'd also get Lavia.
And Lavia isn't fit yet. So, like, if Lavia is fit, he has 2 weeks to regain fitness. Honestly, I'd still start Caicedo again after giving him a little break and 2 weeks of training. But it's like if the stinkers continue, he's gonna have to sit on the bench.
No, I mean, if he keeps causing like lapses in judgment that results in goals and back to back games, then yes,
Yeah,
like
then he just has to sit and figure it out on the bench and get back to his best
I hope
form.
it doesn't become a to a Saul situation.
Ah, Saul.
That after the first two games, Tuchel was like, "No, you'll never play center mid for me again. Go to the wing." Oh man, he was so bad. I no, but the thing is, no, like
I don't think it's that bad though, because at the end
no,
of the day,
it's honestly not. It's things that he can clean up because he plays literally faultless until he makes a mistake that costs us the game. That's literally what has happened in these last two games. He literally played. I mean, if you take out the West Ham game, that I don't count that, But in these games, he would literally play faultless, and then one mistake, and then they score. I'm like, dude,
To be
you
honest,
touched the entire game, and then come on. But that's what happens with young players. To be honest with you, that's gonna happen. A young player, new team. You know what I'm saying? So those are fixable mistakes. He's not. No, he's nowhere near as bad as Saul. No, but what I'm saying is the mistakes he does. No two mistakes are made equal. You can make a mistake in the near at the opponent's corner flag, and nobody cares. But if you make a mistake in front of our goal when we're trying to possess the ball and Colwell is wide and there's a gaping hole in the middle when we're like trying to swing the ball around because we're already set up in our possession to build from the back. If you make a mistake there, they're gonna score. Like it's just things like that. That like if he cuts that out of his game, that's it.
well, I mean, I hope he does, because if he doesn't, he'll be right
Yeah,
on the fraud watch, right
yeah.
next to our nominees. Marcus, is it time yet for us to give
And
our
so
no, I,
nominees?
I think you handled the transition quite nicely because it is time. And shoot, I don't want to steal your thunder. Take it away, boss. Let's get it
Well,
started. Something that's going to be a regular edition. Fraud Watch. Chegs, take it away.
well, we have the fraud watch, which is our players are that we think aren't living up to the expectations, and we put them on fraud watch. And then we have our certified frauds list. So the less said about those guys, the better. But hey, our fraud watch.
the ones that
There
have
may
failed
be some crossover.
for now doesn't mean that they can't come out of the list, but for now they have failed the test and thus
Well,
gone.
I mean, on the Chelsea side of things, I would like to nominate Todd Bowley. I would like to nominate Mikhailo Mudryk. I would like to nominate Raheem Sterling, and
Wow, that's harsh for Sterling.
Oh, that's
Wait,
harsh.
is this for Fraud Watch or Fraud List? Because Fraud
fraud
List is
watch,
permanent.
fraud watch, fraud
Okay,
watch,
okay,
fraud
okay,
watch,
okay,
fraud watch,
okay, okay.
fraud
So,
watch. um, I haven't. I don't think I pay attention to too many other teams. Oh wait, well we all know who a certified fraud is in Kai Havertz. We can
ooh,
put him on that list.
no, he's
Yes.
done this.
Yeah,
He's
certified fraud.
yes.
Where
Um.
was this energy last season when I was trying to knock some sense into the both of you? That's
Look,
all.
we
That's the
still
only
we,
question
we
I have.
we still had a look, but like you said, you keep saying that, but I was always putting him on fraud watch all season.
Most goals for us, and he was the only one on front watch. He literally created the most chances and scored the most goals and made
Actually, Raheem Sterling scored the most goals,
sorry,
but
sorry, Ryan Sterling scored
yes.
the most goals. But he created the most chances and what made the most runs into the box out of any player. The most forward runs. And
In
literally
in in our defense, I
I'm just
did put him on fraud watch multiple times last season,
terrible.
and I feel
So
like it would have been more if he wasn't a Chelsea player. Now that he's not my problem anymore. He's certified, and I don't have to defend him anymore.
at least for us, you saw his value. He had
I
value.
saw
Oh,
what could have
For,
been.
for
Like you
us,
guys know, I had a dream that he scored and scored the winner against Man U, and then he went onto the pitch and just stank it up. Like
what
it's
what
so
what
sad to
I'm
watch.
for us. even that if we sub Kai Havertz off, who's coming on to do what? Aubameyang, what's happening? But for Arsenal, if they sub Kai Havertz, Fabio Vieira has
Yeah.
started the last 2 games.
Fabio Vieira has to be starting. I don't know. Like,
It's just like, dude, Kai Havertz literally for us was like everything about our attack. If we scored goals or had anything happen in attack, he was at the center. But for them, he's like midfield, passing backwards.
He started him. The lineup said they started him on left midfield. I'm like, what?
I don't know. What Arteta said. Arteta said it is like my wife. I had to.
I never thought I could conquer her at first. I had to go and go and go again. Yo, honorary mention for Fraud Watch. I know he's injured, but might as well just toss Mason Mount into the mix.
Damn, really? I don't know. He's injured.
All right, so I have my certified fraud list. Here we go. All right, certified frauds. We're starting off with the king, Kai Havertz, number one spot, numero uno. We're starting off with the Brazilian Prince. There's two of them. The Brazilian Prince,
yes.
Richarlison, followed by followed by the Squire, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Next, I need to go back and see real quick just to make sure I got this correct. Oh yes,
fraud watch or fraud list players.
Certified fraud. So just to do, I have four on the list right now. Okay. So just to do, we start off with King Kai Havertz, the Prince, Richarlison, the Squire, Anthony, and then everybody. Every round of royalty needs a first night, and this first night is huge because I'm throwing an entire club in there. Everton.
Damn.
Certified frauds. Certified frauds.
I thought I was about to say Chelsea for a second.
No. Y'all on fraud watch. Y'all on fraud watch. But certified frauds, Everton. What? I'm thinking, yo, they survived by the skin of their teeth last season. They made some moves. In the summer that they're coming back. They're coming back. With the bone to pick, and it's just straight L after L after L.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, shameless performances too.
It's probably time for them to get relegated.
The most shameless one, honestly, I have to. I put the whole club. I was really thinking of separating it and putting Pickford on there by himself because they're losing this match. The man makes those two saves, so the goal difference doesn't get any crazier. And he's looking to the crowd and taunting is like, yeah. What? You're losing. You are losing. It's one thing if you're in the lead or the match is drawn.
Stage now when they're already down and about to lose.
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. The match was drawn. Let me take that back. The match was drawn. So I take a little bit, but bro, you're not winning. You need 3 points. In the first opening 4 weeks, you only got 1 point.
Yeah, I mean, we only have 4 points, so I mean, I can't knock them too much. But all right. So, who's your fraud watch? Who's on watch? The watch list.
Okay, so fraud watch. I could attack the players, but I have to put the entire club. Chelsea. Same thing for this one. I could put the entire players, but some players, but I think it's just the club. And I do think Lady Luck was not kind with their opening schedule for the first 4 weeks because they just went through 3 of the top 6 finishing sides last season, back to back, majority of which were away. That's always tough to do. But considering the performances and how surprising it was, I have to put Newcastle on fraud watch. Chelsea, Newcastle, and to be honest, that's really it. for me on Fraud Watch, as far as because Fraud Watch is something that they can earn their way out. So those are the two that I think because I could really attack individual players on both squads, but it's just easier to wrap it up into whole clubs. So
Well, I'm gonna attack individual players.
that's
So
crazy.
no, we'll start with watch first. Watch who's watching first on the Fraud Watch. One phony Phil Foden is on the.
He has hold on. You do realize he is leading the Premier League in assists right now,
One assist.
and he has a man of the match performance, and he's on your. You know what?
Some of that man of the match did not deserve it. Julian Alvarez scored. Okay, I remember that game. Julian Alvarez scored a crazy goal. I mean, my God. And they, of course, they gave Phil Foden the assist after he scored a screamer. And bro, Julian is such a boss. He scored a screamer and just acted like he didn't even do anything. He was just like, "Thank you, thank you." Phil Foden wants to take two nice touches, and there's clips everywhere.
Zach, don't piss me off. Stop it.
Yeah,
Don't do this. Don't do this. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're just joking. It's just a joke.
One, this man has one assist. He's supposed to be the next KDB.
He has three
assists. Okay,
Yep.
Fine. He got two more in the last game.
Three in 4 games. Yeah.
There you go. All right. How many goals?
0.
Okay. So he stays on the fraud. All right. So,
There was nothing I could say to can't keep him off the Fraud Watch. I'm sorry, Marcus.
please,
I just had to double check.
please. All right. Next player on the Fraud Watch will have to be. Is he on the list? Oh no, he's on my list. Next player on the Fraud Watch that I'm watching that has to be watched, obviously, is Moses Caicedo.
Oh no!
Moses.
He still Foden Moses Caicedo on the same goddamn list.
This is the.
Nah, you're playing. You're
No.
playing. You're not serious. You're not serious. No, you're not serious. 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 Moses Caicedo has arguably lost you 2 games. The man, and you're comparing him to someone who has had you. He's leading the Premier League in assists right now, and
Caicedo's if Caicedo was in the certified fraud list, trust me, I would tell you he's being watched. All right.
That's not the point I'm making. The fact is, you're watching him and Phil Foden. Why? If I'm speechless. The audacity of you.
I'm watching Phil Foden. Yes. With
Funny
both
Phil.
eyes.
Can you put some respect on that man's name?
If you would please remind me, Shex, how many goals does Phony Phil have this season?
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
No, yeah, there you go. So yeah, Fraud Watch. He's just being watched. All right. If he can bail himself out, I mean, if he goes 10 assists, 0 goals, I don't know, man. But he's not
The
living this
guy
until
is our playmaker right now.
leaving until he's. Can I get a goal, Phony Phil? Can I get 1 goal? Just 1 goal. Just one.
Please.
Just 1
All
goal.
we are saying, give us 1 goal.
So if he scores in the Champions League group stage, I better not hear anything out of your mouth. I better not hear all the stuff. I
Group stage
don't want to
doesn't
hear
start
nothing.
since what, November? Can he give us a goal before then, please?
I know what he's doing. If he doesn't score until then, don't worry because he will be a certified fraud. Number 2.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness!
Zach, continue. We're running out of time.
I'm not gonna count. I'm not counting specifically Man City's group stage because can you tell me what
Another
team?
super easy draw, by the way.
We earned it. We earned it. We are the European champions. We earned it.
So what about the easy draws you were getting before you won? Like you
That's none
earned
of my
that one
concern.
too when you're getting
That's none of
knocked
my
out by
concern.
Spurs.
That's
You
none of my
earned
that's none of
that.
my concern. That's none of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
concern. All I know is we're European champions,
God,
and whatever the draw is, whatever the draw, we earned it. You can't dispute that.
when I saw their group draw, I was like, my goodness, they really want them to win again. But anyways, so there are only two players on my fraud watch because, like I always say, when much is given, much is
Only two
expected.
players on the fraud watch, and Phil Foden is one of them. Have you no shame?
Given, much is expected. Much is given,
There's
much is
no
expected.
shame on this podcast, Marcus. Who
None.
who
You
who,
are
who is
You're
on the
just like your
certified?
club. You're just like your club, shameless and in 12th. Nonsense. You
you
put
That
Phil Foden on fraud watch.
you are on
yo
a other team that has scored what 8 goals in 2 games, and you only
look
managed 3 assists in four
look
games.
guys.
The
Marcus
man would
Marcus
have six
Marcus
by now.
Marcus. There's no amount of speechlessness that is going to get Shaq's chances by. So Zach, who are your certified frauds?
Certified frauds. Yes. Number one, Ray Charlison. As you all know,
Nah, you have to put Kai Havertz on top of Richarlison. Stop it.
I mean, he's there too. I mean,
I mean,
it's his nominees though. Let's see.
Fair enough. Fair
This
enough.
his list.
As long as he says 1A, 1B, that's fine.
Richarlison. I mean, I don't even need to explain to you Richarlison. You all know.
Oh, we know. We know.
It's funny. It's funny how the moment he gets on the bench, Tottenham scores 5 goals. Just want to point that out.
That part.
Good point. Very good point. Okay, so yeah, Richarlison. Number two, Anthony. Man, my God, like, dude, what are you doing?
He's a fidget spinner.
What is it that you do really well?
Spins.
Do leg overs and lose the ball.
Yeah, so that's
Pass
number
back.
on certified fraud. Number three, I don't think it's his fault, and y'all gonna kill me. But yes, he is a certified fraud, even though I don't think it's his fault. But yes, Kai Havertz is a certified.
Finally,
That part. Wait.
after 40 episodes, Zach has finally admitted that he's a fraud.
That I don't think it's his fault part. It rubs me the wrong way.
Because Arteta, while you're busy trying to conquer him like you conquered your wife, running around with his head cut off, man. He's giving the ball away and causing goals, like he did again. Like, and then once you take him off, oh wait, all of a sudden we can score.
You can't score goals.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
unfortunately, he has to be third on my fraud list.
Nice.
Then
Nice.
number 4 and final on the fraud list. Fourth player on the fraud list will have to go to. Wait, did I already mention?
You had Anthony, Richarlison, and Kai.
Oh, okay. Anthony, Richarlison, and Kai.
Man,
Okay.
I forgot his list, bro.
No. I think that's. I guess I only had 3 then. Yeah.
Oh, I have a late addition. I have to add Harry Maguire to my certified fraud list. I have to.
Oh no! But that's not fair though. Did you expect better from Maguire though?
Yeah, like he barely played. Like,
I would say add to the fraud list. We should add Sancho to certified frauds,
he barely plays though.
and on fraud watch. Just
Fraud
because they've been fraudulent for years, I think we should add Arsenal and Spurs to fraud watch, right next to Chelsea.
The clubs.
No. This is not the time of year. This is not the time of year for Arsenal to be on fraud watch. The time of year for Arsenal to be on fraud watch is after February vacation. After that 1 week off in February vacation, that's when you put Arsenal on fraud watch because that's when
can we put Spurs as a legacy fraudulent team?
No, they are changing that. They're changing that history. They are changing their history.
We shall see. We'll see if their DNA kicks in eventually or not.
Are you sure? Are you sure your DNA is not L's anymore?
They already crashed out of the cup.
Spurs.
Yeah,
I mean, Spurs DNA is not winning anything, and it's flat into the
they're
save.
drops out of the cup. So like, what do you mean? They're still Spurs. Their DNA is still there. Go and test them.
By the end of the season, you guys will put respect on Spurs' name. And with that,
Never,
we've come to yet.
never over my dead body.
Chelsea will finish
Continue, though.
above Spurs.
Hey,
Hold on,
hot
hold on,
steak.
hold on.
It's way too hot.
Hold on,
It's
hold
way
on.
too
Hey,
early
wait,
for
wait,
these
wait,
hot
wait, wait
takes.
now, wait 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 now. Put 10 on it right now.
Put
Can
100
we
on.
end episode? End episode.
Put 10 on it right now. Put 10 on it right now.
Like
All right.
I'm not.
You're not
I'm not
serious.
throwing away $10.
I said,
That's crazy. You have no faith. Is this not your club?
Look,
Your fellow fan made the declaration. Are you not
look.
gonna follow him?
I don't agree.
Why? If he's jumping off a bridge, I'm not following him to jump off. I'm just saying that I have a minimum expectation for my club, and Spurs might be one of the 6 teams ahead of us. I can't say that if they will be or not. I just know they're not going to win anything at all. That's all I know for sure. I'll put 10 on them playing good football, but finishing like 5th and getting knocked out of the cups early.
All right. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. We'll revisit it again. I know we will. And with that, we've come to yet the end of the, well, Jesus Christ, English. We've come to the end of yet another episode. If you've listened to us this long, we thank you as always. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.